Good evening, fellow Tcash merchants, and welcome to our training session today. Today being on Friday and the last day of the week, we get to, of course, learn how we can prepare for future credit and stock financing. So, this session comes after a series of sessions that we have done in the course of the week. We started with an amazing session that was on how to set up your shop, and of course, from there, we did go to how to make the first sale and how you can get paid and how you, of course, see the transactions as they happen. We did a number of sessions under this training program. It is my hope and wish that if you have not, that if you have not um, watched all the sessions, then you can, of course, go to YouTube. The sessions are there and posted there. You can get to watch and we journey together on this amazing way of making our biasharas digital, because the digital biashara is, of course, the future of biashara as we know it. So the session today is on how we can be able to prepare ourselves and our businesses for future credits and stock financing. What does this mean? Nitawezaje kujipanga saa hii ndio bizi yangu iweze kupata like credit in future. The credit may not be available to you now. And I want to state the reasons as to why credit is not available to us now. Hatuwezi pewa pesa on credit basis ama stock financing for now, because most of us hatuna transaction records that are so consistent. But there is something that this app is going to sort. Inakuja kusort the kind of, I would say, bias imekuwa with financial institutions kupea like the big businesses loans as opposed to the small businesses. I'm not trying to say that here near small businesses peke yake, but it is coming to help those of us with those small businesses more. Kwa nini? Because inatusaidia sasa to put our records in one like place as compared to how scattered our records have been in the past. And when these records now are appearing in one place, then these records can be used to create something we refer to as a credit score. Na hiyo credit score ndio itatumika na bank, itumike na circles, itumike na any financial institution kukupatia stock financing. So how do you access this credit score? How do you know uko kwa credit score gani? That is what we're going to explore. So for you to access your credit score, you must ensure that you're not on the business side of the app. You're on the personal side of the app. So how do I switch to the personal side? I'll just tap on the word personal on my screen, and this now switches to this other personal side. Nikikuja kwa hii personal side, on the very top left hand side, niko na an icon that has a picture of mine. Hiyo ndio icon yenye nitaguza. Nikiguza hiyo icon, itanileta kwa hii screen, na kwa hii screen nitaweza kuona like this is the business. Nitaweza kuona picha yangu na nione jina yangu na itaniambia that this is the personal profile. Hapo ndio utaweza kuaccess hiyo credit score. Ukiangalia the option of switching to a business profile, which I don't want to do, sababu I want to access the credit score. So niko na something else, a code. Hiyo code ni kama bank account. Remember, ukienda kufungua bank account, you usually given an account which is in number form. So hiyo namba yenye unaona hapo inajiita the alias code, then hiyo namba ni account yangu ya Tcash. Hiyo ndio Tcash wallet yangu. Then I have the KYC. Unaona the KYC is completed. What does that mean? I already did my KYC na ilikuwa completed. KYC inamaanisha nini for those who are here for the first time? Inamaanisha know your customer. So I've done the know your customer and it was accepted, and therefore it is marked as completed. If you have not done it, you need to do it. Kwa nini? Because know your customer is just a way of protecting yourself from fraud. Remember, some people wako kwa wash and they are trying to do illegal transactions with money. To evade this, you need to ensure that you have registered yourself or you have verified your account by doing something we refer to as KYC. Why is KYC important? Just in the same way, huwezi enda kwa bank na useme nataka account without your ID. The same way KYC would not be complete not unless you provide your ID, both the front and the back side, and again take a picture of yourself. And the picture that you take must must match with the picture that is on the ID for this KYC to be successful. Then if you look at the next option is the credit score, and that is the option that I want us to spend most of our time on. Once I tap on this credit score, it tells me that this credit score is for Amos Madhu, who has been active since February. So the app now knows since when I have been active. So I've been active since February, and it is showing that I'm still new. Why? Because I've not had more than a month using the app. So my time in the app has been less than a month, and therefore it is marked still new. So an overview is given there. Ukiangalia hapo kwa new, there is no star of mine that has a white, but I envy to have more whites. Nitaweza aje kumove from this new to that other level? That is the discussion that I want us to have. But before then, I want us to understand what is the credit score. The credit score ndio ile kitu inatumika kuaffect, yani ability yangu ya kununua. So what does that, not kununua, but rather access credit. What does that mean? Hii inamaanisha, like for me to access a loan from a bank to finance maybe a business expansion, because some of us tuko na ambitions. Unaona a market gap ina exist. Na unaweza penda maybe kufungua a different shop. Just like we have seen in the course of the week, you can open multiple shops on this platform. But for you to have those shops like operational, you need capital. So unaweza kuwa unaonanga business opportunity but haunanga capital. So what you need to do is to transact using this app. Ubuild your credits history yako through the transactions. Ubuild your credit level yako through the transactions that you make. Once you have made that, once you have ensured that of course you have built your credit score, then what follows is this credit score is approved over time and you can get to use it in a financial institution as backup information to show that you actually transact real businesses and actually your businesses generate money. Because one of the things zenye bank inaogopa ni ikupatie pesa, at the end of the day pesa yao inapotea and you're unable to repay. So that is why they need this. So this credit score ya Tcash has different credit levels. So starting from new all the way to elite. And easy credit levels zina reflect the reliability na access. So how reliable can you be? And how accessible can you be? So that is a kind of showing how financial trustworthy can a person be with their money ikiwa na wewe. Inaweza kuwaje trustworthy na wewe? So that is all about the different levels. So as you move from one level to another level, the trustworthiness increases. Unaona, ukiwa kwa new, you cannot be able to access credit because people cannot get to of course know or trust you. Ni venye tu mtu hawezi kuja kwa biashara yako for the very first time na unampea loan, ama venye tu huwezi walk into any bank na useme unataka loan without providing something like a collateral. At the end of the day, the bank will not give you that loan because they don't trust you, and that is normal. Then kuna something referred to as the repayment period. The periods is in a vary depending on the credit level. This is for pay later now. Remember, once you've built your credit score, you can be able to access pay later. So unaweza enda kwa supplier mwenye anatumia Tcash, uchukue vitu on credit, umpromise you will pay later. So the pay later number of days zenye unapewa kukaa na hiyo loan depends on your credit level. So kuna credit levels ziko hapo, the limit is just 7 days. For example, for fair, the limit is only 7 days. So when the limit is just 7 days, it means that after the 7 days, the app will deduct the money that you have in your Tcash wallet automatically and repay the person who gave you the loan. So that is how that works out. Then there is the option of blocking, being blocked from the pay later. You can be blocked from pay later. And once you are, you remain so until 30 days of settling the shop order. So once you have ordered something na hukulipa, then you can be blocked for over 30 days, for up to 30 days after you have settled the shop order. And that is how these can affect now your credit score. Because once you're blocked, then your credit score then moves backwards and you have to recreate it again. So these credit levels are here. You can see them. Starts from new, goes to low. The new one has no star. The low has 1 star. The fair has 2 stars. The good has 3 stars. The great has the 4 stars. The elite has the 5 stars. And the elite would mean when you're on this credit level, you have much more benefits because your credit history is exceptional. An exceptional credit history would mean that this person has the best credit history ever. And how did they build it? Or how can you build this credit level such that you become an elite in terms of the credit level? All you need to do is to ensure that you're transacting using the app. Kutumia app ni kumaanishaje? Umefungua app, you own a shop. Then you need to sell or ensure that all your transactions are going through the shop. What will you be doing or how will you be ensuring that? Ni to make sure that mtu akikuja hata kama akona cash, I record that transaction on the app. Yes, there is the aspect of there is a small fee that will be charged, but you can't compare the small fee with the benefits that come along with having a very good credit score and a very good way of managing your data. So once you keep on transacting with the app, once you keep on giving app information about the kind of business you're doing, the kind of transactions you're making, then the app is able to build on this history na inaweza kutusaidia create this credit score. Remember in the previous session, we had a discussion about receipt, records, and performance tracking. And one of the things we were able to note ni ati using the app, I can be able to access the receipts. I can also be able to access the records and the performance can be tracked. So if these things can happen, what that means is that is the information required by the app to make a credit history for you or to make a credit score for you. Na itakuwa inafanya hivyo periodically. So your information, as you keep on feeding this app with information about your business, about the sales you're making, using the Tika Soko platform, the cash basis, and using the external wallet, which is the M-Pesa method, then you're giving the app critical information about your business. Na inaitumia kukusaidia kujenga something we refer to as a credit history. Something else I would want to mention ni there is also the personal side of the app, because this app is an amazing app, by the way. Una transact na the same app as a business owner, na pia unaweza enda na app yako na unanunua from another person. Let us also increase our activities there. Like when we go to buy from people, let us buy from them using the Tcash Soko platform if they have the Tcash Soko platform. If they don't have, then we are the people to ensure that they get it. How? Because we can promote the Tcash Soko platform and become an affiliate of the Soko. That way, we will be earning when they make some transactions for the first 30 days. So you will have double benefits. You will be able to earn by referring that person to the Soko. And in addition to that, you will be able to buy now going forward from that person who didn't have the Soko app initially, and build your credit score. Because the more again you buy, the more you transact, the more you show the app that you're having many transactions, the more your credit score moves from being new to being elite. But remember, there are some stages that it has to go to. So itatoka tu abruptly new, then elite. No. After some time, itakupeleka low, after some time fair, after some time good, after some time great, after some time elite. This information is required for a period of not less than 6 months. So, like, you need to be so consistent. Like, consistency hapa is going to be the key, is going to be the game changer. Because the more you transact, the more you get a credit score. And of course, the better you have a credit score, the higher chances of accessing stock financing. Now, if you access stock financing, then you will be able to make huge profit margins kutoka kwa pesa zenye initially you could not have afforded to have, or you could have taken a lot of time to save. Remember, one advantage of a loan, because I've had this conversation with some friends of mine over a period of time. Like, mbona nichukue loan na naweza save? Yes, you can save. Nobody is saying you can save. But at the end of the day, the saving time would be long for you to access something like, say, 1 million to expand your business. Unaweza kuwa maybe business yako inatengeneza, say, something like even 100,000 every month, but you want to expand this business with 1 million. If you're to say you want to spend 1 million to expand the business, inamaanisha aje? You need to save consistently the 100,000 you're generating for 10 months. Within those 10 months, ile market gap ulikuwa umeona inaweza kuwa already imeshaisha, ama already so many people have ventured, so you lose the opportunity to capitalize on the market gap yenye ulikuwa umeona. So let us build these credit histories. Why? Because they will be important in helping us access financing. Remember, financing will not only come from the banks. Inaweza toka pia from the suppliers. Because when you're dealing with either a service or a product, in one way or the other, there is somebody who is supplying you with something. For example, if you are a hair salonist or you own a barber shop, there are those stationaries that you need. Hizo vitu zinakuwa supplied to you by a supplier. Huyu supplier akiwa na Tcash na uko na credit score mzuri, hawezi kosa kukupatia products on credit and then you pay later. So you see, you're getting to benefit. You can be able to access and touch items that could have taken you a lot of time to access when you have a good credit score. Remember, sometimes in business, eventualities also happen. Like unapata, you're doing very well, but again, something happens, you don't have the money and you need the money to reset the business again. Or a certain machine imeharibika kwa business yako, you need another machine urgently. If you have a good credit score, then you're able to, of course, access credit and build yourself without stress. So, what has this session been all about? It has been all about how we can prepare ourselves for future credit and stock financing. And how are we preparing ourselves? We are preparing ourselves by ensuring that our shops are well set and we are transacting now using the Tcash going forward. Like, let there be no like backward move. Let us transact using the app. Why? Because there are so many advantages of doing so. Amongst them, the record keeping, the kind of credit score you're able to build for yourself. And remember, once you build this, it goes now along with you. The credit score will be yours now. You will be using it yourself. You will be benefiting from it yourself. So let us ensure that we keep on uh, transacting using the app, as this will help us build uh, a credit scores, and these credit scores will help us do stock financing in future. So this brings us to the end of our session today under the prepare for future credits and stock financing. You may be there and you have a question about how you can prepare yourself for stock financing. Kindly feel free to reach to me via the chat section. I'll be looking at your questions and responding to them promptly as soon as I see them. Have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. See you on Monday. Thank you.